they're meeting the standard.
Tasonic's ultrasound equipment tests the strength of welds. The device, a combination of American and Canadian parts, finds weak spots. So do the company's executives when it comes to the trade deal that bonds Canada and the U.S.
I would really like to see us reduce the border crossing requirements. If we have a trade agreement, why do we have to have such a cumbersome process to export equipment?
Tasonic's is a couple of blocks from the border, and some of its major customers, Detroit's big automakers, are just on the other side of the river. But sending technicians across for service calls isn't as simple as crossing this bridge. Extensive and sometimes complicated paperwork is required to describe what they'll be doing. NAFTA rules mean skilled workers can apply for temporary visas to make that process easier, but not every worker qualifies. This developer at Tasonic's used to have a temporary visa, but when he tried to renew it, he was rejected.
Definitely, it's a loss because I'm the developer and I would be the best to fix and to service the equipment which we have over there.
For Tasonic's, the fewer workers they have who can seamlessly cross the border, the longer the potential wait for their customers to get help.
It just really adds a little bit time and delays for us to be able to go directly to the customer and provide the service.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs is also looking for change.
We want to make the movement of professionals, which is increasingly critical to companies' ability to innovate across blended supply chains, easier.
U.S. President Trump is positioning his priorities as well.
We are renegotiating trade deals and making them good for the American worker, and it's about time.
Making it easier to send Canadian employees south, even temporarily, may raise concerns that U.S. workers could lose out on jobs. But this trade economist believes that's not the case.
We're not a low-wage country relative to them, and so there's very little fear that we would be undercutting the labor services that Americans would be providing.
But for now, companies like Tasonic's will have to wait and see if their frustrations with NAFTA will even make it to the negotiating table. Jacqueline Hansen, CBC News, Windsor.